Hey there, Saber friends. SpaceWindu here from FX-Sabers Forum and Civilized Sabers. I wanted to show you something in this video, and I actually have two things to show you in this video. So they're very, very cool. First thing is I'm going to let you listen to the new sound package that we chose for the FX-Sabers Graflex. So if you don't know what the FX-Sabers Graflex is, it is the awesome Graflex hilt built by Michael Murphy from FX-Sabers, which you can get in a vintage style Graflex shell or a replica shell like the one you see here. It's got a really awesome interior to it. Take off the clamp as well so you can get a really good look at this prototype that Michael Murphy sent to me. Prototype chassis here. Let me go ahead and flip it on. I use my Graflex clamp to flip the switch.
Your focus determines your reality.
Now the reason why you hear a Qui-Gon quote is because this is the #1 font on this SD card for the Crystal Focus 10. And what we did was we chose fonts that represented episodes 1 through 9, plus a bunch of bonus fonts on here. And most of the fonts are from Kyberphonic and from K-Sith. And what I'll do is I'll link to all the fonts that you can buy that I'll show you today in the description. Now there's certain fonts that are on this lightsaber which you won't be able to buy. Those are by JediArmsDealer. I'll show you those. Those are some very special ones that are for the customer of this Graflex by FX-Sabers, Michael Murphy. You'll be able to experience those fonts on your lightsaber, and any of the K-Sith or Kyberphonic fonts, you'll be able to buy them on their websites, which I will link to in the description. That was the first thing I wanted to show you in this video. So we'll go through all the fonts on this lightsaber package that we put together. So anybody that's getting a FX-Sabers Graflex in the pixel form, you get this package on your Graflex representing all the movies, episodes 1 through 9, plus Rogue One, and a bunch of bonus fonts at the end you'll see in this video. The second thing I was going to show you is the blade for one of Michael's customers. Actually turns out to be one of our friends that we've had, for years and years and years on FX-Sabers, is purchasing a Graflex with the Pixel, with Crystal Focus 10 set for Pixel. So if you didn't know, Civilized Sabers makes the Pixel blades for Michael Murphy's FX-Sabers Graflex. So not only will we test this blade, we will also go through all the fonts that will be on an FX-Sabers Graflex if you're one of the lucky ones to purchase one of those. I know Michael probably doesn't make that many per year, but if you're lucky enough to get one, you'll get all the fonts and stuff that we will go over right now. You heard it boot up a couple minutes ago, which was a Qui-Gon boot up, and that's because the first font in here is called Qui-Gon. Now that's by K-Sith. That's one of the ones I'll link in the description. You can buy this one. This is available for everybody, just like all these episodic fonts except for one. Let's get this blade in here. Made contact with the pins. So this blade is an enhanced blue blade. If you notice, it doesn't look like the trans white, right? It looks like something in between a trans white and a clear with like a blue twinge to it. So the blue is an enhanced blue. You can buy these tubes at the Custom Saber shop. You can buy these tips. They're parabolic at the Custom Saber shop, but they are solid. If you wanted to have the pixels embedded in the tip like I have here, you will want to drill that out. So we've drilled that out to actually get some more light up in the tip, and the enhanced blue will give you some extra juice on blues, purples, greens. That's what's going to be on this color right here, green, because this is a Qui-Gon font by Kasith called Quai's Gone. So let's see. Let's hear the boot again. I know I'm on the power.
Credits well defined.
There's a couple different boots. Oh, that's the battery level indicator, which you'll be able to see by pushing your auxiliary button. I'm all the way at the top here, as you can tell. I've got my lightsaber set to 120, I believe. So these blades are about 32 inches long. This one might be a bit over that with the tip, but you have to account for the blade seating into the hilt as well. So let's, oops.
Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan.
There's a couple different boots that could come up depending on, you know, they're like randomized. So let's power it up. Very, very cool. So I have the sound here set to maximum. Now it's too bad I don't have my lightsaber directly plugged into the computer like in some of the Kyberphonic or Kasith videos, but you guys can check out the links that are in the descriptions for these fonts to get a better idea of the different sounds that are in them. Now, for this entire package, JediArmsDealer helped and did everything for this, so thank you so much, JediArmsDealer. This has been such a fun package to play with. We owe a huge debt of gratitude to JediArmsDealer. Now you might say, well, why is this green and you're using a Graflex? Shouldn't it be blue? Well, we connected the color to the font. So since this is the episode 1 font, we are seeing green because it's representing Qui-Gon. But the blade can do a million colors. And the best lightsabers come with the best blades. This is a Civilized Sabers enhanced blue that I made for FX-Sabers Graflex customer. Just testing it right here. Okay, let's power down and move on to the next font. Now this one is like probably my favorite, and the reason is because JediArmsDealer kind of made it for me, or you know, made it because I asked him to. So thank you so much, JediArmsDealer. Thank you for setting up this entire list of fonts and really tuning the SD card to suit the different extensions and retractions, different effects. So this next one is called Ultimate Anakin, and it has some cool blade effects as well. So with the Crystal Focus 10, you know, the NeoPixel can be doing like anything you want. So some of these have different effects. It's maybe not just a single color, as you'll see here.
Sound bank selection.
Master Qui-Gon.
So we go into the menu of the Crystal Focus 10. I'm just going to advance 1.
You underestimate my
That's a really awesome boot that we came up with. JediArmsDealer and I came up with that, which is a mix of Anakin's voice and Palpatine striking out at Mace Windu with the, you know, ultimate power. So it's pretty cool. Let's select this.
Anakin Skywalker.
Now, JediArmsDealer set this up to represent, you know, Anakin in the Clone Wars. So that's the idea of this font.
Get away from her.
Now, as you can see, there's a cool blade style that JediArmsDealer put on here for us. Not only is it just blue, right, but it goes off and on in a cool way. The ignition and retraction are so sweet.
Leave us.
So there's like an Anakin quote on each one, and also the way the blade comes out. Like, watch the way the blade extends. It's cool.
You're going to pay for what you did.
So hopefully you can tell that like it extends with this white line.
Then you will die. I know you're behind all of this.
There we go. That's nice, right? The tip on this blade looks good. I like that it looks pretty even there. I sanded this blade a bit. It looks actually like I will sand it a little more before sending it off because I see a little bit of a streak going on there. I need to use a little bit finer sandpaper in one spot to make it look a bit smooth, like silkier. So JediArmsDealer really set up this one awesome. Ultimate Anakin, I love it. Let's just hear one more.
The Jedi Order is your life.
I think you could see the beam, the way it worked right there. Very cool. I love the laser effect, the blaster deflex on this. Watch that. Can you tell? Watch this. You see that? Isn't that the best? Like, it hits and dissipates. That's the greatest. So every single font here is smooth swing. Just love Ultimate Anakin.
Leave us.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which represents Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This one is The Chosen One by K. Sith. So if I didn't mention it before about Ultimate Anakin, that's actually one that you're not going to be able to obtain unless you did have the FX-Sabers Graflex. But all the rest of these you can get. So this one here is called The Chosen One. It's by K. Sith. I'll put the link in the description. Let's see what it sounds like.
Sound bank selection.
You underestimate my power!
I'm going to advance one to get The Chosen One.
Anakin Skywalker.
I shouldn't have done that. It's not the Jedi way.
Episode 3. I like how JediArmsDealer really set us up here with unique details for each sound font and for each blade effect. So for this one, the blade effect on the Clash is like a red. So I think you'll be able to tell like the reflection that it's like red light, or maybe it even look. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. It looks purple because it's just mixing with blue. That's really neat. You can really tell here when I use the lockup. Yeah, as I do this, I'm also testing the blade. You know, I'm just trying to see if anything goes wrong with the blade before I send it off. But it's just looking so good right now. I love enhanced blue. I'll tell you, this is so sweet to have enhanced blue in your Graflex. And listen to that mean sound as well. Oh wow, that's cool. Let's see what the blasters look like. Yeah, they look pretty cool. Okay, let's see. The next one is called A New Hope Graflex.
Sound bank selection.
Anakin Skywalker. What is it?
Father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Red 5 standing by.
One interesting fact is I just read, or I was listening to the audiobook of Revenge of the Sith, and like Luke's voice just said there in the boot up to A New Hope Graflex by Kyberphonic, that Red 5 standing by. And one thing that they have in the Matthew Stover book, Revenge of the Sith, is that Anakin was also Red 5. So I thought that was pretty interesting. We're actually going to do a review with Sir Raw Thunderman from FX-Sabers on the Matthew Stover book, Revenge of the Sith, you know, the episode 3 book, coming up on this channel really soon. So keep a lookout for that. It was actually supposed to happen in May, and then I didn't finish reading the book yet. I'm still in the middle. I mean, I've read it, 10 years ago, but I'm reading it again to do the review. So if you haven't read it yet, there's still time to kind of catch up with Revenge of the Sith by Matthew Stover. I'm listening to the audiobook this time, and last time I read it, I actually have the book. But the audiobook is a lot of fun so far. So let's see, A New Hope Graflex by Kyberphonic. Again, you can find these fonts in the description. I'll put the links. Also, there's a bunch of bonus ones at the end, including A New Hope Training by Kyberphonic, which is different than this one, A New Hope Graflex. I'll show you toward the end. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, that was a great ignition. Let's hear that ignition again. That was great. Oh yeah. Now, some of them do different ignitions based on how you hold it. Like I know for Return of the Jedi, if I hold it down, Luke will scream. I don't know if there's... I think there's different ones for this. But you notice that JediArmsDealer set us up here with this A New Hope color, right? Like I used to call this like Aqua New Hope, because it's more aqua than like the episode 3 is more of a straight blue, wouldn't you say? This is like more of a sky blue, but more of a cyan, which represents, I think, the blade color from A New Hope. Let's see what the blasters sound like. Oh, I love the sound on this too. The Crystal Focus 10 by Plecter Labs is really, really awesome. In this lightsaber, I think I have the first working one here. The other one's probably still on the bench at FX-Sabers shop, but this one I just finished putting the Crystal Focus 10 into, and then JediArmsDealer was working on the SD card for us and came up with just all these great choices by our friends K-Sith, Kyberphonic, and also JediArmsDealer himself, making a few of the fonts, which we'll get to some more of those soon. Oh yeah. You know, I like the ignition timing on this too. It really reminds me of a New Hope movie. Don't you think? Yeah, that tip is looking good too. That tip is looking pretty good. Do want to maybe make the blade part of it a little silkier. You know, it's probably hard to tell. I mean, you guys can't see that close, but I do see some hair lines in the way I sanded it. I do want to kind of go over it again.
Sound bank selection.
What is it?
Father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Now I just love, even if you don't even choose anything, you just kind of sit in the menu. There's some cool stuff here. You know, we can hear the Star Wars music. You know, hopefully I don't get struck for that, but this, maybe if I talk over it. But, you know, you can hear through the menu. That was really thought about. This is the original lightsaber, after all. You know, this is the OG lightsaber from the first movie. I actually have the ESB set up for Empire Strikes Back. As you can see, there's riveted grips here. And as you could hear, this sounds really, really good. Now, a lot of times it's difficult to get the sound to come out of the bottom of a Graflex, but what FX-Sabers does, what Michael Murphy does over at FX-Sabers is drill through the rivets to get some sound holes there, and we also have sound holes underneath our belt clip clamp, and the effect is just a nice resonance chamber in the bottom of the Graflex, a wider hilt shell than MHS, let's say, a little more room in there, and the sound here, I'm just so happy with the way we went for smooth swing. So thank you, Michael Murphy, for sending me the CF10 to put into this. It's so cool.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
So speaking of ESB Graflex by Kyberphonic. This is a great one.
You are reckless.
All the quotes that you'd want. It's great. And what I feel like is more of an Empire Strikes Back blue. More of an Empire Strikes Back blue. So a deeper blue. Probably not much green added to it. Maybe just a hint. This looks like the battle between Luke and Vader in Bespin. On Bespin? In Bespin? Let's see what the blaster effects look like. Lock up. Smooth swing. This is one of my favorite ones from Kyberphonic. This one's so good. All of his are good. You can't go wrong. Go to Go to Kyberphonic's website. See all the great fonts. K-Sith, two awesome friends. They are killing it with the fonts. That was a different ignition. Sometimes you get a different ignition. Very, very cool. All right, let's go on to the next one, which will be representative of, like we just saw A New Hope. We saw Empire Strikes Back. Now we're into Return of the Jedi. This one's called The Return. It's by Kyberphonic, and it's pretty rad. Let's take a look.
Sound bank selection.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me. You have that power too.
So this one should be green, I think, for Return of the Jedi. I know it's a Graflex, but we're in the Return of the Jedi movie. There is no blue. Wow. Oh, I love the green. That I keep forgetting how sweet this green is. Now the blade I'm using here, not only is it an enhanced blue, which as you can see displays green really nicely, doesn't it? But it's also a dual star, which means that you can bang this around. You know, these sabers are not delicate. You can play with your FX-Sabers Graflex if you want to, and you could hit your dual star against another lightsaber blade if you want to. Oh wow, look at the trails on that. It's like, oh wow. I don't know if there's like a swing bright situation going on here, but it just seems cool when I swing it. Maybe there's some kind of swing bright thing going on there. Let's see what the blasters sound and look like here. Lockup. Wow, the lockup has like red in there, and it's looking like bright yellow and red as like a flash. That's kind of wild. All right, let's let me try something else. Let's try to get the scream out. Isn't that Luke's extension? Wow. Luke's ignition. On my Graflex here, you can see through the glass eye, which is pretty sweet. Thank you for doing that, Michael. That looks cool. Okay, let's see. A couple more ignition retractions. Just love the way that looks and sounds. I like a Graflex with the green. Oop, I'm in the battery level again.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Yeah, the tip is looking good on this one. All right, let's go to the sequels. Okay, so we just finished with Return of the Jedi.
Sound bank selection.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
I'm never touching that thing again.
This is going to allow you to like go through all the movies, like watch all the movies again, and just have a great time pretending, you know, you're part of it. Because this lightsaber, this is one of the movies it was in, you know, and I don't know if you're starting to see a theme here, but a lot of these are Graflex fonts. Like, right, we had, well, Ultimate Anakin for Episode 2, it wasn't this Graflex, it was a different lightsaber that got broken at the end of that. We have a New Hope Graflex, which is obviously the first time we see the Graflex. We have Empire Strikes Back Graflex. We have the Force Awakens Graflex. That's this one.
I think I can handle myself.
Great color here. This is like a sky blue, maybe with a darker twinge to it than a pure sky blue. Very much TFA. Let's see what the blasters look like. White flash. Let's see what the lockup looks like. We have a white lockup. Snarl here. Now this one is by Kyberphonic. Yeah, that's the Force Awakens ignition. I do love that retraction sound too. That's a great retraction sound. Nice. Alright, let's move on to episode 8.
Sound bank selection.
I'm never touching that thing again.
That's Rey saying she'll never touch it again. But then in episode 8, we do have her using the same lightsaber again. Let's check it out.
Young Rey.
I've seen your daily routine. You're not busy.
Okay, so this one is called Half Flex. Half Flex by Kyberphonic. It's a little Kyberphonic trend going on here with all these Graflex ones, but we are getting back to K-Sith, I think, in the next one or the one after. So let's see what this one sounds like. This one is called Half Flex because if you remember at the end of The Last Jedi, this lightsaber gets broken in half. Now, if you agree with me that this one, isn't this one made by FX-Sabers a lot more like realistic looking in there than the movie lightsaber, right? The movie lightsaber kind of broke and it was like a it was kind of just a crystal. This is a lot more than just a crystal in there. This is a masterwork. Let's hear what this one sounds like. I think you could really tell that it's episode 8 in the smooth swing because you remember when Rey is like swinging the saber around toward the rock and stuff? Listen to this. Oh, that's cool. It's got a teal and green lockup. Wow. I think I even hear something in there like voices. Maybe it's Rey. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Now, the color on this one, now we're talking subtle changes, right? So this one is more royal blue, or more deeper blue. I think, if I remember correctly, JediArmsDealer told me he maybe added a little hint of indigo into this color. I think I'm seeing that. I'm not sure if I'm right about that. Of course, now any of these fonts, like you want to change the color, all you have to do is get into Spectrum. You know, the colors I'm showing you guys are just the ones we set up for fun, you know, but you could change it. So you just go into here and you just rotate. You could also go through the, oh, that's a nice white. Ooh, that's a nice one. How do we get that one? Okay. Wow. That looks like silver. That looks like, ooh, that looks good. Through the enhanced blue. That looks really, really nice. Now, in this lightsaber blade, we have almost 250 LEDs here. So this is a lot of LEDs in here, yet it's still very, very lightweight, nicely balanced in the hilt. Oh, even though they're both white, the blaster blocks and the blade I just changed to white, I could still see them. I don't know if you guys can. It's like a different hue of white on the blasters. Oh, and the lockup has got red in it, so that's pretty sweet. Look at that. That kind of reminds me of like the Praetorian Guards. Maybe that's why JediArmsDealer chose that. I'm not sure, but that's cool. Red. Very cool. Now that one was called Half-Flex by Kyberphonic. Now let's check out Scavenger's Destiny. This is the episode 9 font that is included on this FX-Sabers package.
Sound bank selection.
Young Ray. Final steps.
Okay, so that was a quote from the episode 9 font here by Kyberphonic, Scavenger's Destiny.
Nothing's impossible.
Okay, so now I don't know if you all caught that. That was a blue lead, and obviously we turned into a yellow blade, which represents Rey's new lightsaber that she created at the end of Rise of Skywalker. So even though this is, you know, your Graflex lightsaber, it's kind of representing all the different movies and all the different lightsabers in the movies. Like I just showed you, you could change the color here, but we have set it up this way to be yellow. Oh, that's sweet. That looks bluish. The lockup looks bluish. That's cool. Let's see what the blasters look like. Yeah, the blasters look bluish too. Maybe green as well. Oh yeah, there's a green one. Oh, the lockup's like Aqua. Yeah, the lockup's like Aqua. That's sweet. Let's see a couple turn-offs and turn-ons. Oh, all right. Let me back up a bit. Can you guys tell what's going on here? Whoa, whoa, that was crazy. Yeah. I even hear some like Dark Lord action going on in the background, I think. Sounds great. Oh, I just love that. Let's just check our battery. Okay, my 2 battery setup still going strong. That's great. Let's go into the next font.
Sound bank selection.
Final steps.
Now what we have next is The Chosen One by K. Sith. Now, if that sounds familiar, it's because I said The Chosen One earlier, but that was like the light side one. This is The Chosen One by K. Sith, but the villain version. So again, you can get these through the link I'll put in the description. This is the villainous version of The Chosen One.
Nothing's impossible.
Oh wait, I didn't get there yet.
Sound bank selection.
Final steps.
Darth Vader.
Here we go.
Don't make me kill you.
Ooh, that blue is good. I like this blue. Oh, that deflect is red. Let's see what the lockup's like. Oh yeah. It's kind of like a weak red going on there. It's subtle. It's subtle. Oh, the blasters are pronounced white. They look good.
Sound bank selection.
Darth Vader.
Lord Vader.
Okay, so as you can tell, we're past the movie fonts as far as the episodic movies 1 through 9. What we just heard was font number 10, which was The Chosen One by K. Sith, the villain version. Now we're on font 11. We're getting into the bonus fonts here. This one is representative of one of the movies, but the story movie Rogue One. So let's see. Let me see.
Lord Vader.
Go back a second.
Darth Vader.
Lord Vader.
This one is by K. Sith. And we have a nice red blade. Oh, that hum and swing is nice. Yeah, that sounds Vaderish. Of course, since it's Rogue One, we have the people kind of getting killed as Vader comes down the hallway. Oh, I like that flash. The clash is yellow. That looks good. Let's see what the lockup is. Yellow. Very, very nice. Now, it's easy to pretend that you have Vader's lightsaber when you're holding a Graflex because Vader's saber is pretty similar to this in size and look. So this kind of makes sense. And of course, Anakin created both lightsabers. So I think it really makes sense to have a Vader color and a Vader font on your lightsaber, on your Graflex lightsaber too. But we don't just have just one Vader font. We have another one as well because we couldn't pick. So I was like, ask JediArmsDealer, can we get a Vader font on there? And we couldn't pick between two. So the other one is number 12 is Father by Kyberphonic. Let's check it out.
Sound bank selection.
Lord Vader.
This is just classic as well. This is good.
Hold easy.
So this is based on Darth Vader from the original movies. This is great. Love the ignition on this. That sounds great on this speaker, doesn't it? Let's see if this mic picks it up. Doesn't that sound good? Love the red blade on NeoPixel. As you notice, it is coming through on the enhanced blue. It's actually showing red from edge to edge, a very, very nice red. I'm not sure if it's the same red that we have set for both of the Vader fonts. This one looks a little more crimson to me. I don't know if it's my lights in here or whatever, but this looks a little more crimson, which I like. I just love red in any pixel blade. I think red just looks, I mean, just look how perfect it looks. It looks so clean and smooth from edge to edge, even though it's got a blue hint to the blade. Oh, and you know, where we had the yellow lockup in the previous Vader font, this lockup is purple. Oh yeah, look at that. Blasters are white again, very pronounced. Very pronounced blasters. Original trilogy sound to those blasters. Just a blindingly purple, red, blue combo for the lockup. Oh man, I really feel like a Sith right now. I feel like a Sith. Oh my god. This is just like, I'm having trouble like keeping looking at this blade. I'm seeing like multiple blades in my vision. I shouldn't look directly at this one, especially when it's doing that. It's like the cop car lights. They're like LED now, and they're so bright. If you've seen them, the flashing from red to blue, that's the effect that I was just getting off that. It was crazy. So powerful. Great sound, Jesse. Holy, this sounds great. Powerful blasters. We're getting a lot of bass out of this. I want to keep playing with that one, but let's move on because a really cool color is coming up and a really cool font. Michael Murphy had asked for a SpaceWindu font at some point after the episodic sounds were done. So this is font number 13.
Sound bank selection.
Master
Windu. This is font number 13. It's called Mace. It's by K-Sith. Again, another one that's available. You can buy this one. It's awesome. Check it out. The link is in the description for this.
I don't think so.
Of course, Mace Windu's quote. And let's check out. This has got to be a purple blade. Oh, yeah. And you know what? I like purple blades on in the enhanced blue because I'm getting this, I don't know, like indigo kind of look to it on the sanded portion of the blade. I don't know if it's showing up exactly, but the aura is kind of enhanced because of the enhanced blue here. Great choice for the purple. Let's see what the blasters look like. Oh, they sound good. Those are the Mace blasters, aren't they? The Django blasters. I think the clash is like a greenish white. Blasters are white. Lock up. Yeah, maybe like a white or green white. Ooh, it's hurting my eyes. You could also see it again in the glass eye there. That looks really cool with purple. This is a bright purple. He must have JediArmsDealer must have set this purple like with some white in it or something. It's pretty bright. Oh, that's a good ignition. That's a good. I like that. Let's see if there. Maybe I hold it down. Maybe there's something else or. Very cool. It's nice to have SpaceWindu with smooth swing. It's been a long time. Maybe this is the first time I've tried a SpaceWindu font with smooth swing. It's really, really nice. I like that. Now, purple to me works in this lightsaber because there was a story called Heir to the Jedi, and that's featuring Luke Skywalker. It was after A New Hope and before Empire Strikes Back. It was like one of the first Disney books, I think. So when Disney changed the expanded universe and brought in their own books, I think this was one of the first ones called Heir to the Jedi. Luke finds a purple bladed lightsaber, and it actually belongs to a Rhodian Jedi, so like a Jedi that must have looked like Greedo, right? And he actually decides to take it apart because I think the widow or the friend of the Jedi who had saved this lightsaber, I guess back from Order 66 or back from when the Jedi got hunted down, they saved the lightsaber and actually said to Luke, like, you could do whatever you want with it. So Luke decided to take it apart, and before he took it apart, he checked it out, and it was a purple lightsaber blade. And I thought that was pretty cool. Actually, but when Luke took it apart, he couldn't put it back together again. So he was a little too inexperienced to be able to put the lightsaber back together again. But he kind of knew that he wouldn't be able to, or that it was a risk, which is why he wanted to try it on a lightsaber that wasn't his own. Just in case, like, if anything happened to his own lightsaber, he wanted to know a little bit about what was inside the lightsaber. So he tried to take this one apart, to put it back together again, not to break it, but he actually ended up kind of breaking it in the process. A little too inexperienced. Okay, so I have my list here because this is like a lot of fonts that we have on here. Okay, so the next one is the 14th font. It's called Aqua Force. It's by JediArmsDealer himself. This one is very cool, and I think, I actually don't know what blade style we have on here. Let's check it out.
Sound bank selection.
Master Windu.
Okay, so that's the boot up sound, or the menu sound for Aqua Force. And that's a boot up sound to it. Ooh, yeah, I remember this now. Okay. So this is supposed to be the underwater font. Let's just hear the ignition again. So this is like a Kit Fisto type of lightsaber. And if you've seen the Clone Wars where Kit Fisto has his lightsaber underwater, try to remember the way it looked, because this blade style, it kind of mimics the way we think. Like, we think that this kind of looks like an underwater type of thing. So this is like one of the bonus fonts on here. It's pretty unique looking and also unique sounding. Let's look at it and hear it again. think you can hear little bubbles and stuff. That's because we're underwater. It's actually working with the accelerometer, I think, it almost feels like there's water in this in the saber, like swishing back and forth, or at least that's the way it sounds like. Listen. Right there. I like that, how it turns to blue and then it steps down. Check that out. So it's like fast blue and then green, and then on the way down it's like slower blue down and it powers down blue, and the fade is pretty cool. Yeah, doesn't that look like the Clone Wars cartoon when they were underwater? Because Kit Fisto's lightsabers like set up to be underwater, to work underwater. This looks like it to me. That does. All right, let's see what blasters sound like on this. Oh, blasters are strong. I got a force effect. Let's see, lock up. Oh! Wow. Oh my god, that's powerful. JediArmsDealer, nice job on that. Let's just try that one more time because I want to like maybe try a clash. See if I get a clash out of it, if I bang it hard enough. Oh yeah. Strong. That's powerful and it sounds cool with the water, doesn't it? One of them sounded like I disturbed the water. Okay, really, really awesome. There is a couple more. Okay, so let's see this. A New Hope Training by Kyberphonic. That's the 15th font. That is one that we couldn't decide on whether or not the fourth font should be A New Hope Graflex or A New Hope Training. So we decided to just buy both. And we're going to put the fourth one as A New Hope Graflex to keep it real. And the 15th one is A New Hope Training. That's like kind of a newer font by Kyberphonic. And it represents Luke doing his training with the training bot. So the sounds are from that scene only, kind of. You know, you'll hear like different quotes. And you'll hear different blasters, which are like the blasters off that little bot, you know.
Sound bank selection.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
He controls your actions?
Partially, but it also obeys your commands.
So this is A New Hope Training by Kyberphonic. Oh yeah, I almost forgot this. JediArmsDealer set us up with a rotoscoping effect. So that's kind of the other reason why we wanted to include this font, because if you remember on the VHS, if you had the early versions, A New Hope, you know, they were trying it for the first time, like what they were going to do with the lightsaber, how they were going to make the lightsaber work. they had a spinning pole with light reflecting off of it. Now, doesn't this look like the rotoscoping effect, but done in a pixel blade? So, great choice for this, JediArmsDealer. This is cool. I forgot almost, even though I was playing with this the other day. I was preparing for this video and I had forgotten all about, we had rotoscoping in real life, mimicking rotoscoping, that is. But I mean, this is better than rotoscoping, right? This looks like, this looks better than what they had, I think. Oh wow, the lockup's got red in it. Okay, let's try it again. A New Hope training by Kyberphonic. Sounds great. This could be like your mainstay font. Now I'm sure the blasters are representative of the training scene. Let's see. Oh yeah, they sound like slaps, right? Like Bruce Lee slaps. Oh, and the blasters are blue. Can you tell? Yeah, you could tell a little bit. I could see in the screen that you could see the blasters are blue. Great job there, JediArmsDealer, with the fine tuning. I know Michael Murphy is going to be happy. I think his customers will be very happy with that. Ooh, very cool. Woo! Oh man, I like that. Let's just make sure my blade is tight enough still. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. All right, we're almost there. We have 2 more fonts to show. Project Stardust and X-Wing as number 16 and 17. I forgot to write down here who did Project Stardust, but it's either Kyberphonic or K-Sith or JediArmsDealer. I will put it in the description. So let's check out number 16, Project Stardust. I think this might be K-Sith, but let's see.
Sound bank selection.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
So this is kind of like a Death Star laser blade style. Let's see that again. Wow. Isn't that rad? Alright, oh my, this is crazy. Let's like aim it this way. Death Star laser. Let's aim it right at you. Boom! Star laser! Bite my phaser. Alright, so this is one of the ones that's just for fun. Oh, there's a lot going on in this. There's a lot going on. Blasters. This blade style has like the Death Star laser going through it. It's crazy. It is really crazy. Now, any of these blade styles too, you could cycle through. You could, oh, that's crazy. You could cycle through and actually change colors on spectrum on the blade style, or cycle through other blade styles. This is just insane though. I'm like The Jedi would be overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. This is a lot. Wow, that's powerful. I don't know if you saw that, but it not only went down orange and blue, but there was like a red stripe that went down, I think, as well. Okay, the next one's super, super special. I'm not sure if JediArmsDealer wanted me to reveal this one or not, but let's go ahead and show you guys, because I know this one's not going to be available for sale, really, I don't think, but it is going to be on this package for Graflex customers who go through Michael Murphy at FX-Sabers for their Graflex chassis. This is called X-Wing. It's by JediArmsDealer. It is so freaking cool that, I mean, like we've seen too much, but let's just overload.
Sound bank selection.
So this is meant to be font all about the X-Wing, and it really goes along with the Graflex, because, you know, Luke starts out in an X-Wing, he starts out with a Graflex, so it's really a tool of the Jedi, just as this Graflex was a tool of a Jedi. He uses the X-Wing. I mean, even in the movies, he uses the X-Wing all through even through episode 8, right? So let's see. This is going to be crazy. I know. I know. The sound is almost overwhelming on this one.
Hang on tight, R2. You've got to come back.
Look at that. It's like a X-Wing afterburner. X-Wing blasters.
I see them. This is it. Trust your feelings. Use the force. Let go.
Now that was a real treat. Thank you to JediArmsDealer for doing all of that, doing all this setup with all the different fonts that I asked you to do. That was crazy. And you also included so many of your own creations in there. Thank you, thank you. This is a lot of fun. I mean, even if this was just for me, I would be so excited, over the moon, to be playing with these, all those different fonts. By Kyberphonic, by K-Sith, by JediArmsDealer. It's just overwhelming, but it's not just for me, right? It's for anyone that is going to get a Graflex pixel-style lightsaber from Michael Murphy over at FX-Sabers, going to get this package. So thank you, Michael Murphy, for the Crystal Focus 10 that I put inside the Graflex hilt. And it is so awesome now with the smooth swing, the latest technology. We could always update the Crystal Focus 10 through the SD card, and popping out the SD card on a Graflex from FX-Sabers is super easy. There is a slot right behind the crystal, and you could just see it when the shell is off. You poke in your tweezer, you grab the SD card. There's also a switch in the lightsaber which saves the batteries. You could just turn off the switch as the kill key. Otherwise, the Crystal Focus 10 does go into a deep sleep mode, which is very, very good on the power. I feel like it cuts the power completely because I've been playing with this for like weeks now, where I don't flip the switch off all the time, and I come back maybe 2 days later, 3 days later, play with it a little bit, put it back down, come back again 2 days later, the next day, play with it again for another 20 minutes, and the batteries are very strong. I don't have to keep charging them, so it's pretty awesome that I do think it's going into that deep sleep. So that is a really, really cool feature of the Crystal Focus 10. And it inside Michael Murphy's Graflex is a real treat. It sounds great. It looks great with the Civilized Sabers blade I made. And this blade, I'll sand it a little bit more. Michael, I'll send this off to you along with a SD card for you to try out. And you can see if we want to do any tweaks to this package. I think it's really perfect right now. If we need to do any tweaks, it's super easy as well. And thank you for checking out this video. Force push that thumbs up button, really helps the channel. Make sure you are still subscribed here. Some people have been telling me recently they've been getting unsubscribed, and these are like my like my best friends that have been subscribed to the channel for 10 years are getting like unsubscribed from the channel. So make sure you are still subscribed if this is where you want to be. I do saber videos, blade videos, and basically talk about lightsabers on live streams and things like that. So come back for more saber videos. Saber the moment, enjoy your lightsabers, and I will talk to you in the next video.
Weapon of a Jedi.
Then I am a Jedi.